Hi guys, this is Tony here from Metal Roos. You're about to sit down and enjoy an interview I just did um, over there. And so do like and subscribe so you can get all this straight into your streaming and into your consciousness as soon as it arrives. So enjoy the interview, and I will. Over to you, Tony.
There you go. Well, thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate you coming and saying chatting to us.
Hey,
We had a
my
really
pleasure.
busy
Thank you
man.
for taking the time this early morning for
Uh,
you on a
oh yeah,
Tuesday.
it's not too bad. It's 9 o'clock. It's not that bad. I mean, it's
Oh, that's not too bad.
no, not awful by any means. I've done some 3 in the morning ones. This is pretty good. This is pretty straightforward.
Well, I'm glad
Uh,
it's not 3 in the morning for me.
oh, I'm so glad for you as well. Hey, yeah, so you're coming over
Yeah, mate.
for four
Where are
shows.
you located right now?
I'm in Canberra.
Oh, it's a shame we're not hitting Canberra.
No, I'll head up to Sydney. It's easy. It's a 3 hour drive. It's nothing.
Oh yeah, we're excited. Me and the guys are excited to come down. We'll be down there for June 11th June 11th in Brisbane, 12th in Newcastle,
Newcastle, 13th in Sydney, and the 14th
12th
in
in
Melbourne. Yeah.
yeah, Friday the 13th in Sydney.
Yeah. I don't usually leave the house on that day, but I'll have to make an effort, right?
It's gonna be a horrific show, I'll tell you that, mate.
Oh no, well, no, no, I absolutely don't believe that for one instance. I don't believe I think it's going to be absolutely amazing. I saw you with Fear Factory back in '92, I think, at the Astoria in London. When it used to be there. It's not there anymore.
Wow, 92. That was a
Yeah.
fucking amazing shit. I remember that time.
Yeah, that was
History is
incredible.
gone.
Yeah, yeah. And I came across you because a friend of mine said, "Oh, you got to see this band, got to see this band, come, come." And I was like, "Oh, it was my birthday." He said, "Come along." And it was like that. It blew my mind, man. It was an amazing show.
I think that was probably 93.
93 then. Thank you. And it's a blur, but it was back in the early 90s.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was a good time, man. Good times.
It was a great time
Well,
because
thank
yeah.
you for continued support.
Oh no, brilliant. I mean, because like you, I'm a big Killing Joke fan. And yeah, and I'd seen them a couple of years prior and then a year after. So it was a great decade. Early
It was,
90s.
man. The it was a great record as Pandemonium by them. That's a
Oh, I saw them at the Astoria, play that at the Astoria. It was just crazy. Like,
lucky man. Lucky
yeah,
man.
original lineup and everything as well. Like full lineup.
Wow, really? That's amazing too.
Yeah, yeah.
That was a great record. I love that record so much.
Well, I
Is
mean,
this
yeah,
I'm
go on.
wearing Loop right now.
Oh, fantastic.
Remember them?
Yes, I do. I was trying to find my Killing Joke shirt, but I couldn't find it this morning. I was like, oh, I'll put it on, but I couldn't find it. So, and
I
unfortunately, my
almost
Fear
put on
Factory
my
she doesn't fit.
I almost put on my Killing Joke shirt for this interview too.
There you go. I was like, oh, I was looking for it this morning. I thought it was a bit cold. I'll see if I can find it. I couldn't find it. It's in there, my millions of shirts in the background there. But
Well,
so
yeah, but we're excited to be getting down there, man. And
brilliant,
my
brilliant.
band is we're ready to rock and we're ready to make it happen.
Oh, look, obviously you've got a lot of material to be bringing to us because
Yeah.
it's been a little while since you've been here as a headline show. I mean, yourself, obviously, but when was the last time you were in Australia?
Well, the last time I was in Australia was 2021,
Right.
and I wasn't on tour. I was actually down there as a tourist.
Oh, nice.
And
Nice.
my because I was down there because it was during the pandemic, of course,
Mm.
lockdown. But my wife was down there working on a job, and she got a companion ticket. So I was like, nothing going on here. So I flew down there and I stayed for like 5 months.
Wonderful. It's a brilliant country to be in because the
I love it
particular
down there. I
yeah
love it. I love Australia. I've always wanted to, even as a child, I always wanted to go to Australia.
yeah I married an Australian so I got here so I was lucky.
Uh, you lucky bastard.
Imagine exactly. So obviously all the years, I mean, you've been making music a long time with lots of different people. I was only listening to Do Hust with you and Big Paul Ferguson and MGT the other day.
Yeah, it's a good version.
It's a great version, and I thought, oh, Big Paul Ferguson, you lucky bugger! Like, it was really
Yeah.
um, But I mean, that aside, I mean, finding stuff to put in your tour must be really interesting. Like going through your catalog and working what you're going to
There's a lot to
play.
pick from, between Fear Factory, The Watchers, GZR, and
Mm.
City of Fire, and now my new music. There's a lot to, there's really a lot to go through. And I've decided to follow my criteria, which is the criteria is like my mantra for my next chapter, which is heavy, groovy, dark, and moody.
All right. Okay. Yes. Yes. Yes.
So if it fits that criteria, it's going in with no matter what, Fear Factory or all the other bands.
Mm.
So I am picking and choosing, various eras of music that I really want to love to, I think will sound killer because for with my new band, yes, I'm playing these songs, but I'm not necessarily doing covers. I'm reinterpreting them with my new band, keeping them heavy,
Mm.
but I'm just evolving them forward because I have two guitar players, one bass player and a drummer, no keyboards. So I want to keep have it evolve for a guitar player, more guitar oriented music.
Good. Yeah. 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 I mean, you've always been on the cutting edge, Burton. You've always been on the cutting edge of that. I mean, the industrial sound that you sort of you've worked with some of the biggest names in that scene, and
Yeah,
in
try to.
general, like with like with Al from
Al.
Ministry and all these sort of people, and so it to for you to evolve your sound is a wonderful thing for you because
Yeah,
it
it
gives
is.
us new you, you know?
Exactly. I want to. I don't want to come. I don't want to arrive and present a cover band. I'm not trying to do FF 2.0.
Mm.
I am making it my own. So I'm taking the songs that I love and just kind of like not reinterpreting, but just making them mine.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like a really heavy version, just in your face, just like full on power. And that's what I want, just full on power. And with two guitar players, it's that exactly. And the
Is
bass
it that?
player,
Yeah, it's always the dream for two guitar players, and it's the dream to have the twin guitar, right? I think
absolutely. And they're both going between, they're both either doing rhythm or lead. So they
mm,
both switch off, and it's really amazing.
talented buggers. Then talented buggers.
So I'm really, really excited about it. And I think the songs that I'm choosing, a lot of familiars that people will understand, that people will recognize, and then
Mm.
there's some songs that, for instance, from GZR that's never been played live in Australia.
Wow,
City
brilliant.
of Fire, actually, the last time I was in Canberra was with City of Fire, and we were opening up for Soulfly.
Oh God, yes. I don't think I went to that one because I was out of town.
Oh my God, that was a good time. That was a fun tour. I really enjoyed that.
Brilliant, brilliant. I mean, I love the new single. By the way, that's got
Anti-Droid
some.
or
Yeah,
Technoplex or something.
yeah, yeah,
Anti-Droid's fantastic.
yeah. It's
I
got
was
such
written,
groove to it. It's so groovy.
yeah, it's super groovy, and live it's even heavier.
Really, because I mean,
And I'll spoiler. That's what I opened the show with. So
oh,
that's one spoiler for everybody.
well, I mean, it's a cracking single. I mean, as singles
Yeah,
go, it really,
it's
it pounds, man.
well.
It's,
Thank you. Alex Crescione wrote that, and he presented it to me because Alex was the one who recorded Du Hast. So that's how I met
ah,
Alex.
there you
And
go.
sitting there doing the vocals with Alex and for Du Hast, and we sat and touched, getting to know each other because it's the first time I met him. And I let him know of my plans. I was like, yeah, I'm trying to, work interested in launching my next chapter of my career, which is solo, and just looking for new songs and willing to work with new producers. And he's like, well, I have a song if you'd be interested. And he presented this song to me. I'm like, dope. I want to do
Yeah,
this song. So we made it happen. And music just came together. And I mean, the music was already done, but lyrically it just came together and the vocal delivery just came together. And when we got together to do it, just like it was magic. It just made it happen.
yeah. It's one of the best ones of her for ages. Like, it's really, it just has a real um, body to it. I mean, good, now you're going solo and doing more solo stuff. I mean, how lucky you? You can pick and choose who you play with, you know.
I know it is cool. I mean, picking the band for me, it took me like almost 2 years to curate this band, and I could have worked with a lot of people, but I'm trying to work, trying to be fresh. I'm trying to be new, bring something new to the table. I'm
Mm,
not trying to go backwards and work with people I've already worked with. I
mm.
want to do something new and fresh and introduce some fantastic musicians and some new songs. So yeah, I've had the opportunity to work with a lot of people, and here's the people I'm bringing, and I think everyone will be impressed. Just a bunch of great dudes, and we're all like the same height. So we like come on stage like we're like Vikings coming on, just like towering over everybody. It's amazing.
I think that's good, isn't it, to bring fresh blood for you, particularly when you've been making music your whole life. It's so good to for the energy on stage that you've got fresh energy with
Yes,
you.
exactly.
It takes you
And
along. Yeah.
absolutely. And it's one of the criteria for the guys. One, they had to be great musicians, and they are extremely competent and very capable of doing all the music that I want to do.
Mm.
But the other one was that I have to really like them as a human being, and we have to really get along and just like be able to talk to each other and just get listen to each other as well. So everyone is able to do that. So I'm in a good space, and I'm bringing some new blood. And I think Junior, the drummer's been over there before. I think
Mm.
he's in a band called All Hail the Yeti.
Yes, yes.
So I think they've been there before. He's a fantastic drummer. And Tony and Corey are in a band called Ages out of LA.
Mm.
And that's an incredible band. And Corey's a guitar player and Tony's a bass player.
Mm.
I've known Tony since the early '90s. Little odd fact that Tony and I were both in the Smells Like Teen Spirit video together.
Oh, really? There you go.
So, and then Henrik Lind, he was in a band called The Vitals, but he's also a producer, and he's a very excellent guitar player. He's a graduate of MI. He's Swedish, so he's very capable to do anything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Technical. And again, I think you need that in the kind of music you play. Let's be honest. Your music is technical. There is a
It is
point where
technical. It
it's
can be.
technical. It can be technical. I mean, it's not music by numbers. It's not like math rock or anything like that. But
Definitely
it
not math rock.
no, but it certainly has that that sort of industrial edge that we love listening to that music. It has that
Exactly.
technicality. Yeah.
And I'm glad you brought that up because, you know, for me, industrial is more than just like keyboards and drum machines and
Oh,
like the same type of sound. For me, industrial was like a band like Swans,
yes,
a band like Killing Joke. That was like an industrial band to me.
yes.
Post rock, which is essentially it was like the predecessor of industrial. So for me, having two guitar players, a bass player, and drummer, the sounds we're creating are heavy industrial. It's just like bombastic rhythms
Yes.
pummeling the audience, and that's what it's all about. It's like in your face. It's loud. It's heavy. It's doomy sometimes.
Mm.
It's dark and it's groovy, and I think people are gonna love it.
You move. I mean, I've never been to a gig that you've played and not moved. You know, like I feel you have to. I'm getting on now, but I still have to move, right? Like,
I have to move too. If I'm not
yeah,
moved, if I'm in a show and I'm not moved, there's something going on.
yeah. Like
Like,
the energy that you give off.
and the energy, I have to have that energy. The energy on stage, I feel I want to express, and I want to convey so that the audience can feel it too. Because if I'm not feeling it, they're not going to feel
No, and you can tell. You and I have been around a lot of blocks. You go to a gig when the band is
it.
not when the band is not
Yes,
caring. You can feel
yes,
it,
we
mate.
have. So Tony, we have been around the block, but if I grew my beard out like yours, I can't grow it out like yours. I don't have, but it's the same color that comes out. So yes, my friend, we've been around the block.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And so, like, you see bands where they phone it in, and you walk away and you had no memory of them. All you can remember is
Yeah.
going, oh, what a waste. But with bands like yourself and energy that comes out, you come out and you have those. Like I still have that memory of seeing you for the first time on my birthday. Like I remember the smells of the Astoria. I remember how many
Oh
people were
my.
there. I love
That
that
was
place.
a
It was my
great,
second home as a teenager. Like
that was a great place. I played that place quite a few times, it seemed like.
yeah, now it's a block of flats, right,
That's the way of the world, isn't it?
mate? Not even a blue plaque. I mean, the people that played there, like, it's ridiculous.
Not even a plaque.
Not even a
That's a
plaque.
thing. That's
No.
I mean, in itself, that's music venues should be recognized as uh,
Yes.
historical markers because the amount of artists that have come through there have made leaps and bounds in history that people don't understand, have reached countless audiences,
Yeah.
traveled the world. Everyone knows who these people are. That's history in itself. It should be recognized more often than
I
it is.
I agree. The emotion, the life-changing moments in those buildings, on those stages and those moments, those people. Like even the marquee, the second marquee when they moved it, that's not there anymore, and that hasn't got a plaque either. And it's like, I can't believe,
I
like,
played the marquee too.
oh, I fucking love the marquee. Sorry.
I played the marquee. That was it was like our one. I think that was our first show in London in '93, opening up for Brutal Truth. Well, Brutal
Oh,
Truth because us and Brutal Truth co-headlining, and Extreme Noise Terror opened.
oh, I love that band. I'm just only talking about them the other day to someone. God, it's a long. Oh, it's a small world, isn't it?
They were fucking great too,
Oh,
man.
man, brutal. Absolutely brutal. I saw GBH, the UK subs, and 999 on the same gig at the Astoria. Sorry, at the
That's
Marquee.
that's historic.
Like, it was mind blowing. Oh, and
That must have been
Exploited was a
mental.
full. Yeah, it was mental. I think I took my
God, I
wife to.
can't imagine seeing that show up. GBH, oh my God.
I know it was in your face. I think I took my wife to see it. My then girlfriend, now my now wife.
Oh, congratulations, sir.
Yeah, good gig, wasn't it? Come, we go
Good
see
gig,
this.
worked out well for you.
It worked out 30 odd years later, still together. So that's the key, right? Um, but see, that's the thing, right? So your music has ranged from small venues to great big
Yeah,
stadiums. You've done all of the fantastic
festivals.
festivals, and it's
I
so,
know.
yeah, it's so good that you can now go. I'm going to choose to play these venues here. This is what I want to do. I'm going to give this what I want to give the audience this, and this is more intimate, and this is what I'm going to do.
Absolutely. Intimate, I just intimate moments with an audience as well as the artist that's a memory that no one can take away. One of my favorite memories happened in Melbourne in Australia was an incident with a fan right in front because the stage was like like a foot and a half high over the floor.
Mm.
No barricade. The fan's like
Oh,
right there. I'm headbanging. Fan in front of me is headbanging. Our skulls collide.
oh,
I'm knocked unconscious.
oh, oh my God.
But wake up. Music stopped. Dino's waking me up. Hey, you okay? Yes. Let's start. Let's go again.
That's rock and roll for you, man. That's rock and
It's
roll,
rock
right?
and roll. Rock and roll is not perfect.
No, it shouldn't be
It was,
either.
it was never meant to be perfect. And I enjoy going to see a live show. And live means live. It doesn't mean following backing tracks or various
Mm.
tracks. It means playing live. And it also means that the singer is live. And the singer is not a perfect machine. So it's not going to sound exactly like the record. The singer's going to do their best, or the vocalists are going to do their best. I'm going to be doing my best. I'm going to sound fucking incredible, but it's not going to sound exactly like the record.
But I don't
You
want
know,
that. I'll buy the CD if I want that. I'll go and sit at home if I want
you can
that.
sit at home if you want to sound like the record, go home and listen to the record.
Yeah,
But there's going to be discrepancies. There's going to be some things different, changed. But that's the point of
humanity,
mine
man.
is that I'm evolving the music. I'm making it mine. So it's gonna sound fucking awesome, but it's not gonna sound like the record.
Oh, and I can't wait because I think that's the next phase. I think, like, that's going to give all the fans something even more wonderful to look forward to. That there is an evolving process around your music.
Yeah,
Uh,
there's something to say about raw power.
Mate, you can't, you cannot, you can if you could bottle it, we'd all be billionaires. Like,
I wish if I could. Yeah, we figured that out a long time ago. We'd be billionaires, but we
oh, we'd be
can't.
billionaires, mate. If we could bottle it up, mate. I remember concussing myself on a handrail, blood everywhere, and I still didn't stop. Like my mates go, you sure you want to go outside and get some stitches? I'm, carry on. I clare it down the face, you know.
Yeah,
You just get
I
on with it.
remember. I remember another time on stage. It was in Albany, New York, and we were playing this small venue. And Dino's guitar, I don't know, we were standing close together, and his guitar went forward, and I went one way,
Oh,
and one of the wire cuttings on the end of his
oh,
headstock cut me right across my
oh.
forehead right here. Blood just like down my face, my shirt. I'm like, fuck it. I'm still singing on stage with blood everywhere. It's like, no, that's a good look. I should bring that back.
Do you honestly? Yes. I mean, Sid did it. I mean, I know he didn't do it deliberately, but Sid did it. I mean, it was all. It's fine.
It's fine,
It's
but
just a bit of drama.
moments, moments like that is what people remember.
Oh God, yes,
You
yes,
know, the live aspect, the un unchoreographed, unscripted.
mate.
Just like every day is a new every day is a new day, every day is a new show.
Mate, I can't remember who it was, but I think I was at the Astoria, or it might have been the garage, where someone just he climbed the stacks. No, I was seeing the Damned, and he climbed the stacks and jumped and missed his and straight into the pit,
Oh,
into the
brutal.
ground. Oh, it
Oh
was,
my
but you
God.
remember it. You
God,
remember
you
it.
saw the Damned at the Astoria, or
Yeah,
did you?
yeah. I saw the Damned at the Astoria with the Anti Nowhere League.
Fuck, really?
Yeah,
God, yeah, that's a band that's still going.
I mean,
They're amazing.
unbelievable. Yeah, just unbelievable. And that's again like rock and
Dave,
roll, like you said, man. It's
yeah,
just pure
Dave
rock and
Aney
roll.
is one of my heroes too,
Yeah,
so it's amazing.
yeah. And Captain Sensible, he's like you. He has so much energy for his man of his age. It's just ridiculous.
I
He's like a
know, and we just lost one of them. Wasn't Brian James in the Damned for
yes, he was. Yep, sadly. Um,
sadly?
sadly, he
And
passed away. But he was also in Lords of the New Church, which is a great band as well that he had separately.
love that band too with Steve
Mm.
Baders. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Oh yeah. See, it's great music, and that we can, and it all comes into funnels into your wonderful set, my friend, because it's all that lovely influence.
Yeah. So when you come to see my show, it's going to be full on. It's going to be just very familiar music. A lot of it people will have heard. I don't want to give away the set list.
No, don't, don't,
Gave one
don't,
song
don't.
already,
Yeah, yeah,
but it's going to be a fantastic set list. It's going to flow. It's going to be heavy, and you hear some new songs, some old songs, and there's a couple surprises.
brilliant, brilliant. Well, thanks for coming on. Thank you. I know you've got a lot of interviews to do. You're a very busy man, but
Yeah,
thank
very
you.
busy. But Tony, thank you for your time, and just like to say, I am an independent artist. I'm coming down there without any backing. So this is all something that I. This is a project of passion. So
Brilliant,
we're coming down there. We're going to make this happen as independent artists, and please come out and support independent art and artists. And we're gonna we're gonna show you a fucking good time.
oh, wonderful. I think you'll find that it's gonna be packed.
I hope so.
they're gonna love every minute of it.
I'll
They
be
will.
happy if 10 people show up.
Mate, you'll no. I can guarantee you, it will not be just 10 people. Wonderful. But anyway, thanks again. Safe travel here because that's a long way.
Thank you,
Um,
Tony, and I look forward to our paths crossing in Sydney.
yes, definitely. I'll see you then.
Awesome, brother. Be well.
See you then, man. Bye, mate.